Hello to all my uniques out there. This is your girl Akudo. Welcome to your unique wisdom. For this week, like I promised you guys, I'm going to talk about in-laws. I've received several emails on in-laws. So many brothers and sisters wrote me, my in-law is destroying my marriage. My in-law wants me to move out. My in-law wants my daughter to give me a divorce. My in-law this, my in-law that. So finally, I'm going to do this video today and talk to the husbands. I'm going to talk to the wives. And I'm going to talk to the in-laws. Who they are, what role they play in our families, and how we should get along with them. Before I go any further, I'm going to take Google's definition of an in-law. Who is an in-law? It says, an in-law is someone who is a relative because of marriage. An in-law is someone who is a relative because of marriage. Because you're married to that person, everybody that comes from that person or comes from that person's side becomes your family. That's an in-law. He says it can be the husband's family, or husband's mom, father, sisters, brothers, or it can be the wife's family, father, mother, sister, brothers. They are all referred to as your in-laws. You can refer to your spouse's entire family as your in-laws. Your spouse's entire family as your in-laws. Remember, he said family, in-laws are family because of marriage. They are not your family, they are strangers, you don't know who they are. But once you get married to their son or once you get married to their daughter, everybody that come with them become your family now because they are your in-laws. And they are very important in the family and they are a blessing to your family. I say it again, they are a blessing to your family. Now let's talk about marriage. Marriage, remember, is the coming together of a man and a woman, clinging together, forsaking mother, forsaking father, leaving mother, and cling to your wife, and you guys will become one. You become one in everything. One in your home, one in your business, one in your finances, one in everything. You become a family. And when this husband and this wife come together and produce their children, you call them the nuclear family. That is the nuclear family. They consist of parents and their children. That's all. No other person. But when you now extend that family a little bit and bring grandparents, uncles, aunties, nephews, nieces, cousins, you now call them extended family. I'm going to take my time so I can explain this. The nuclear family is just the family nuclear, the parents and their children. Then they have the extended family, is extended now because it includes the grandparents, the uncles, and the aunties, and every other person. That's the extended family. And this extended family, those are the people we call our in-laws. For the woman, everybody coming, the extended family of the husband becomes her in-laws. And for the husband, everybody coming with the wife become his in-laws. We always have this notion, and that is where we have the problem. Mothers always have this notion that they are losing their daughter to a family. Fathers, mothers always have the notion that if my son gets married, I just lost a son, I just lost a son. If my daughter gets married, oh my God, I just lost my daughter. No, you did not, my sister. You did not. You gained a son. If it's your daughter that is getting married, you didn't lose your daughter. You now gained a son who is your daughter's husband. If it is your son that is getting married, you did not lose a son. You now gained a daughter who is now your daughter-in-law. You see that? When you understand this, then the dynamic changes. When you understand it, the whole dynamics change because you begin to understand that this girl did not budge into your life to destroy your family. She is now a part of you. You just got a daughter. Your son-in-law did not budge into your life to come and take your daughter and take all her money. No, you just gained a son. So if you used to have maybe 2 boys and 1 girl, now you have 3 boys because your daughter's husband is now your 3rd son. You now have 3 boys. If you had maybe 1 girl and maybe 4 boys, now you have 2 daughters because your son's wife is now your daughter. So let us get that one clear first of all. You are not losing no child. You are gaining a child. That's how it works. And in-laws are very, very beneficial to your relationship. They are very beneficial to your relationship. And I'm going to go through some of the benefits they offer us in relationships. The first one is they give you the opportunity for your children to get to know their family, to get to know their grandparents, to get to know everybody's family, the daddy's family and the mother's family. We live in a day and age now where children grow up and they leave. And if your children don't know who are the members of his or her family, they might go out there and pick the wrong person to marry. They might marry family because they don't know them. So grandparents provide that opportunity for you to get to know, for your children to get to know their family. Number 2, grandparents provide support. They provide emotional and psychological support for you. They are your counselors. They've been married for years. They are older and they are wiser. So they give you advice when things are going wrong in your relationship. When you don't know how to figure it out because you just got married, you don't know how to do it, you can go to your in-laws, your grandparents, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, and ask them, hey, how do I do this? And they are your support. They are there to give you advice. They are there to help you through it. That's what they do. That's what they do. And at this point, I'm going to add, when your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law come to you, grandparents or in-laws, for advice, please, please, please give them the truth. Give them the right advice. Don't begin to accuse them. Don't begin to say, if my son did that to you, what did you do? What did you do to him? My son will never do that. I raised him better than that. Honey, you don't know your son anymore. He's a grown man. That little boy you raised is no longer the little boy. He's a grown man. You cannot say what he can and what he can do. You are the mother. Even if your daughter-in-law is not your child, she is your child now by marriage. So give her the same advice you will give your daughter. Give your son-in-law the same advice you will give your son. Don't give them two standard advice. What you tell your child is, if it's your daughter-in-law, because the boy is your son, you give her the wrong advice. But when it is your daughter, you give her the good advice. No, mama, no, papa, don't do that. You are their support. You are their counselor. You are their therapist. Give them advice and give them sound advice. Don't brag about, if it's me, I won't do it that way. If it's me, I won't do. No, it's not you, mama. It's not you, daddy. It's her. And she's coming to you for support. Give it to her. The third benefit is they are your babysitters. You don't need to take them to no daycare. You don't need to pay no money. Most grandparents love to have their grandchildren around. They will take care of them. Some grandparents I've had will ask you to maybe give them a little bit of money, just small money. It's okay if it's okay with you, you want to pay your mama, you want to give her a little bit of money. That's okay. I don't have a problem with it if it's okay with you. They are your babysitters. You see the benefit. The first one, they provide opportunity for your children to get to know their family and their grandparents. The second one says they provide psychological and emotional support. They counsel you. They are wiser. They are older and they are wiser. They give you advice. The third one says that they are your babysitters. They are there to babysit your children. You want to go on a date with your husband. Grandma, can I drop the keys so we can go out? Grandma, we have a vacation. Can we drop? You can do all that when you have a good relationship with your in-laws. The fourth benefit I'm going to talk about is that they are there for you financially. I've had Couples tell me, guess what? We were about to lose our home and my in-laws provided the money for it. We were about to lose our car. My father-in-law bought me a car. My mother-in-law did this for me. She brought food over for the children when we had nothing. They are there financially. Remember, you are their child. They are there financially for you. They take care of stuff. And let me say this here too. In-laws, please don't throw it back at them like, I take care of you, I do everything for you. When you do it, you leave it at that. You did it for your children. Don't talk about how I helped your lazy self. If I didn't pay for your house, would you have had a roof over your head? If I didn't provide food for you, would you have had food? No, 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 no. You help them out financially because you can afford it. You help them out financially because they are your children. That's what family will do for each other. They are there for each other in good and in bad times. You help them out and you leave it there. That's the financial benefit. Another benefit to in-laws is that they are they are there to give you any other kind of support you need. They give you emotional and psychological support. They give you financial support. They give you physical support. They come around, they help you clean your room. They help. I've had grandparents come over to get dressed their grandchildren and send them to the school bus. Maybe the mom is at work doing something, she couldn't get to her child, she will call grandma or grandpa, can you please go to the daycare or can you go to the school and pick my children up? They are there to render any kind of help you need. That's what in-laws do. They are there to build. They are there to edify. They are there to help you, set you up. They are there to motivate. They are there to encourage. They are there to inspire. They are there. Remember, they say it takes a village to raise a child. They are there to help you raise your child. Because sometimes, we young folks, so young parents, they don't know how to raise a child. They don't understand what we mean by spare the rod and spoil the child. But grandma is there to say, that's a nut. You don't do that, baby. You don't do that. You don't act like this. That's what grandmas do. That's what grandpas do. That's what your in-laws do. They are there to help you raise your children. Now that we have talked about the benefits, I gave you about 6 benefits of in-laws. I will not go any further without saying that some of these benefits, some in-laws abuse it. The reason why I decided to do this video is because I received several emails from some brothers, from some sisters. A sister wrote me and saying that the problem she's having is that her in-laws barge into her house. They don't tell her when they are coming, and they go straight into her husband's closet, who is their brother, and they take whatever they want. They don't even ask her. They don't tell her about it. And when she says anything, they say, after all, it's my brother's house. After all, it's my brother's money. A brother wrote and said that the mother-in-law is always putting him down, calling him good for nothing, saying he won't amount to anything because her daughter makes all the money and he doesn't make money, so he should move out of the house. I'm not even, which one? I have a lot of them. I have this high emails, people saying this and that. Now let me talk about that. Mother-in-laws, I just told you, I'm speaking to you guys now. I just told you, you are a blessing. You are there to motivate. You are there to inspire. Mama, Papa, you are not there to destroy. You are not there to tear down. You are not there to mess up. You are not there to destroy what your daughter built or what your son built. Why would you go what you know you wouldn't want somebody doing to you or doing to your daughter or doing to your son? Why would you do it to another person's child? Because they are married to your son or married to your daughter? Why would you treat her like she's an outsider? She is your daughter. He is your son right now because of marriage. You cannot go about telling your son, oh, she's lazy, kick her out, she's useless, she's not a good mother. Why would you do that, Mama? Why would you do that, Daddy? If she's not doing the right thing, remember you are there to be her support. You help advise her, you help correct her, and you help teach her. You're not there to make fun of her. You're not there to tell your son to divorce her. You're not there to tell her she's not part of family. There was one email I received where the sister wrote and said whenever they gather for family meeting or whenever her husband's family are discussing anything important, they will always tell her to step out of the room. Hi, Mama. Hi, Papa. Why would you do that? She is your daughter. She's married to your son. Why would you send her out of the room and tell her to go and then later you tell her to come back and join the family? What is she? Is she an outsider? Is she a stranger? She is the mother of your grandchildren. She is the wife of your son. And Mama, he is the husband to your daughter. He is the father of your grandchildren. Why would you tell him to step out of the house? He's not family. Who is family? He and your daughter and those children are the first nuclear family. They are the first family. You, your husband, your son, your daughters are now the extended family. You come the second. This is the elementary. This is the primary. You are the secondary family. And now you tell her to step out or you tell him to step out, that you guys are in the secondary family are having a family discussion and he or she is not part of it. Then do your meeting when she's not around. You guys can meet somewhere else. You can meet in your house. Mama, you can call your children in your house, only them to come and you talk to them, where your daughter-in-laws or your son-in-laws will not see it. You don't come to your daughter-in-law's house and then tell her to step out of the house because you have to discuss something. Guys, let us be fair. You know you wouldn't want anybody treating your daughter that way. You wouldn't want somebody else treating your son that way. Why do you think it's okay to do it to another person's child? Guys, let us say the truth. Let us be honest to ourselves. The problem we have is that we don't like to be honest to ourselves. Mama, why are you destroying your daughter's family? Why are you destroying your son's family? You are married to her father. You are married to her mother. You've been married for 60 years and you brag about it. Oh, I've been married to my husband for 60 years. I've been married to my wife for 60 years. Why don't you give your daughter and your son the chance to be married that long too? Why do you want to destroy it? What do you gain? The issue is money. All the email, they have one thing in common. I noticed all my emails that I was going through had all money. It's not a bad thing that your daughter makes more money than the husband. It's not a bad thing that your son makes more money than the wife. It's okay. That's their family. That's their nuclear family. It's none of your business. Step out of it. Go deal with your own marriage. I have seen mother-in-laws and father-in-laws, they have left their wives and they now live practically with their children. And it is nothing is wrong in living with your child. They have to, if you sow, you will reap. If you gave birth to your child and your child is fruitful, you have to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I don't have nothing against it. But if you're going to enjoy, but you have to put the husband down or you have to put the wife down, Mama, you don't need to enjoy. You need to get the stepping. You need to leave. You have had your own marriage. Some of these mothers have been married for 40 years. You have enjoyed your husband. Why won't you give your daughter and your son a chance to enjoy the same thing you enjoyed? You had a blissful marriage. Give them a chance to enjoy the same thing. If you want to live with your daughter, you want to live with your son, it's okay, Mama. Live with them. But remember, you are supposed to be a blessing. You are not a curse, Mama. You are not a curse, Daddy. You are there to bless them. Like I said, you are there to be a support to them. emotional support, you are there to be a psychological support, you're there to be a counselor, you're there to be a babysitter, you're there to provide opportunities for them to get to know their family, you are there to give them financial help if they need it, you are there to be a shoulder for them to lean on, you're there to be an advisor because you're older and you're wiser and you talk from experience. These are the things you're there to do. You're not there to destroy. You're not there to instigate for them to go get a divorce. You're not there to say he's a good for nothing man. You're not there to say the children are not being raised. You're not there for all that. You are there to support. It takes a village to raise a child. Go there and help your daughter, help your son raise their family and enjoy the same thing you're enjoying. Don't go there and mess it up for them, mama. If your aim is to go mess it up, I am begging you, mama, get the stepping. Go home. Go back to your husband. Go back to your wife. Go back to your marriage. Go back to your country. Go back to wherever you came from. But please don't destroy this marriage. Don't destroy these couples. Mama, you are a blessing from God. You are a blessing from God. You are not a curse. Don't turn out to be a curse in your daughter and your son's marriages. There is nothing there for you to gain. I am addressing my mother-in-laws. I am addressing my father-in-laws. I am addressing all in-laws. Be part of this relationship. Be part of this marriage. But don't destroy these marriages. Don't destroy these relationships. Be a blessing to them. Be their counselors. Be their advisors. Be their motivators. Be there to encourage them. But don't go there to throw stones. There was one of the email I was reading. The guy said that whenever the wife works and he works. So the wife cooks on the weekend, on Saturdays, and put in the freezer. And when he comes back, he goes and grabs it because he comes back by 5, but the wife comes back by 9, by 8. So when he comes back, he will go take his food and put in the microwave and eat. And the first day, the mom saw it. The boy's mom said, they have finally turned you into a houseboy. All you do now is cook. I have seen it all in this America. I have seen it all in this America. Now my son, you'd cook. What does she do? And the son was trying to explain to him, to the mom, that she is at work. She can't fix it now. When she's home, she'll fix, but I'm hungry. They don't understand. But you are there, son. You are there, daughter, to stand by your man, to stand by your woman. You are there to say, Mama, I love you, but this is none of your business. This is how we are doing it. This is my relationship. This is my marriage. Mama, you need to step out of this. And finally, before I leave, I'm going to give you some tips on how to get along with your in-laws, both on your wife's side and both on your husband's side. The first one is always be polite. You are not rude to your mama. You are not rude to your daddy. Why are you rude to your husband's family? Why are you rude to your wife's family? The same way you are polite to your mom when you talk with respect. You talk with honor. You do the same thing to your in-law. You do the same thing you do for your mama, you do for your husband's mama, or you do for your wife's mama. Because remember, you did not lose your mama. You only gained the second mom. You now have 2 moms. Number 2, do not forget your manners. When you go outside, people give you stuff. Thank you, please, can you do? You know all those manners. But when you come home, oh no, you don't know your manners anymore. And so what? Why do I have to say thank you to you? After all, it's my money. Why do I have to give you food and say thank you to you? It's my money. I make all the money here. No, my sister, no, my brother. That's a no, you don't do that. Remember your manners. Remember your manners. Number 1, be polite. Number 2, remember your manners. Number 3 says, speak nicely about their children. You can't come to me and begin to tell me that my son is useless and you think I'm going to agree with you and say, oh, thank you, I raised a useless son. No. Speak nicely about their children. You can't come to my mother and begin to tell my mother that Akudo, the daughter, is a useless woman, is a lazy wife, is a bad mother, and you think my mother is going to say, oh, kudos to you, congratulations, my son, you figured my daughter, that useless daughter, out. No. Speak nicely about their children. If there is a problem, say the problem. Leave calling names. We love to call names. Stupid. She's a fool. Good for nothing. Leave all the names. That's not the issue. Stick to the point. Stick to the issue so that they can give you good advice. Because if you start calling her son names or start calling her daughter names, you have lost her. Speak nicely about their children to them. Number 4, get to know them. Don't treat them like she's not my mom, so why do I need to get to know her? Get to know that. Get to know your in-laws. Get to know what they like. Pay attention. Don't always be in the space. Put your eyes down and observe things. Get to know them. They are your family now. Get to know them. Number 5 says pay compliments sometimes. You love it when we tell you you're a wonderful husband. You love it when we tell you, oh, your daughter is so nice. Give them compliment. Oh, mama, your daughter cooks very well. She must have gotten that from you. Oh, my God, daddy, your son knows how to fish real good. He must be from you. Pay compliment. It's okay. Just like you love them to say things about you. Oh, you're such a wonderful son-in-law to my daughter. Just like you like them to say you're such a wonderful daughter-in-law. You pay the same compliment to them. Mama, you raised a wonderful woman of substance. Mama, you raised a daughter. Mama, your son is well trained. Oh my God, you did a phenomenal job with your son. Pay compliments. They are human beings too. They like to hear you say nice things about them. The 6th one says ask for advice. It's okay to ask them for advice. It's okay to say, Mama, look at what I'm going through. Can you help me? And in-laws, I'm talking to you now. When she or he comes to you for advice, tell them the truth and tell them what you will tell your own direct children. Don't give her bad advice or tell her the bad things to do because you say, after all, that's not my daughter. She is your daughter now by marriage. Give them good advice. They're going to come to you, give them good advice. Number 7, say bring gifts. Don't be stingy, my brother. Don't be stingy, my sister. Be generous. You buy things for your mom. You buy things for your sisters. You buy things for your cousins. You buy things for your nephews. Your husband has family too. They are your in-laws. Buy for them too. Give them stuff. Don't always be stingy. You don't want to give nothing. You don't want to share nothing. You don't want to give anything. Share things. Give things out to them too. Be generous. Number 8 says offer your help. Don't just sit there and watch them go through stuff and you don't want to help. Hi, Grandma, you want me help you carry this to your car? Grandma, you want me help you take this for your car and put it inside the house? Offer your help. Grandma, I'm going to the car wash to go wash my car. You want me to come and take your car and wash for you too? Offer your help. That's your mom. The same thing you do to your mom, you do to your mother-in-law. The same thing you do for your cousins, you do for your cousins that are your in-laws. The same thing you do for your sisters and your brother, you do for your in-laws that are sisters and brothers too. That's your family. That's your extended family now. Because of marriage, you just acquired a new family and you have to treat them exactly the same way you treat your direct family. Number 9 says, be confident in your love for your wife and in your love for your in-laws. Be confident, know who you are. Hold your head high. Don't be always afraid. I don't know what I'm saying the right thing. You are not there to please them. You're not being tested. There is no examination. You're not in a classroom. Nobody is testing to see whether you're doing it right or not. This is your house. My brother, this is your house. My sister, this is your house. Your in-laws are extended. They are coming into your abode. They are coming into your house. Be confident in what you and your wife have built, because when you love each other and you're ready to show your love, people will see it. Even the blind will see you guys are in love. Finally, the 10th one, be friendly with your in-laws. Not too friendly. Don't go be their friends and go tell them all your secret and then they'll begin to blackmail you with those secrets. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be friendly. Treat them like friends. Keep them, make them happy. Do what you need to do. They are your family. You're friendly with your family, be friendly with them too. Guys, those are the 10 ways you can get along with your in-laws. Remember, my sister, my brother, I hope I help somebody. I promise you guys I was gonna deal with this. I wanted to start with what they do, the benefits we get from them. I wanted to talk about the no, you shouldn't do more in-laws, and then I'm going to talk about the 10 ways you can get along with your in-laws. They are a blessing to your relationship. They are a blessing to your family. But in-laws, remember, it takes a village to raise a child. Be there to motivate and encourage them. Be there to help them build that relationship. Don't be there to let them tear it down. There is nothing you're gonna gain by them tearing it up. Mama, if your daughter comes back with all that money you want her to come back with, you are not gonna marry your daughter. Daddy, if that your son comes back with all that money, you are not going to marry your son. So why are we doing this? Let us come together and build up our homes and build up our children's homes so that they can have the same blissful, happy marriage that our in-laws had in their 50, 60, 40, 30 years of marriage. Let's give our children the opportunity and the time to also enjoy the same thing. Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. Give us a thumbs up, share the video, and remember to subscribe. Goodbye.